everybody, today I'm going to talk about this year's D23 event. Now if you're new here, consider subscribing the bell. So I've talked about Disney a few times on this channel. I've done a lot of videos about how I feel like I've really hated what they've been doing these last few years. But I saw this D23 event a few days ago and I kind of wanted to talk about it. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is Magic Kingdom. So Magic Kingdom is probably still my favorite Disney park in Florida. And the reason being is just because I went to Disneyland back in 2007 when I was like 5 years old. I mean, I got sick there, but I remember really liking it, and I really liked a lot of the rides I was able to go on, even though I was sick. But it kind of hits the most nostalgic to me because when you walk through the castle for the first time or you see it, it just has a whole different vibe compared to even the other Disney parks. So yeah, Magic Kingdom is probably my favorite. But they recently announced that they are doing a huge expansion on the park. And a couple things that they're doing is they're making a Cars Land, which, I have never really cared for the movie Cars, or even the whole series. I think it's one of the most boring Disney properties they've ever made. That is going to be beginning construction early next year. I recently heard some controversy about Cars Land. They have announced that they are replacing Tom Sawyer's Island. Now, I did mention this in the video that I did yesterday, a 45-minute video just talking about some things. A lot of people are really mad about Tom Sawyer's Island being removed. I don't really care about Tom Sawyer's Island. Even back when I was 9 years old, I didn't care about it. Because I just knew even back then that there were so many more exciting things. Now, I know that you might think that I would be mad about it because I absolutely hated and still hate that Disney got rid of Splash Mountain. But I seriously think that Tom Sawyer's Island has always been the weakest part of Magic Kingdom. I really think that it was kind of showing its age even when I first went. So, and I remember when I did a video, I think 2 years ago now, that I did my unpopular Disney parks opinions. I said it was done back then, so my mindset has not changed. So yeah, they're replacing it with Cars Land. That's the only thing that's annoying a little bit, is that they're replacing it with Cars. I'm not bothered that they're replacing it at all. I'm just bothered that they're replacing it with Cars. I really think that they are putting this in the wrong park. I seriously think they should have put it in Hollywood Studios. And the reason why is because, I don't know if many people remember the attraction Lights, Motor, Action. It was basically like a stunt show. I think it's where Galaxy's Edge is now. But I seriously think that even though there's might not be as much space for Hollywood Studios but for the Cars Land, I seriously think it's in the wrong park. And I feel like it's gonna be kind of weird, but that's my opinion. And another thing that they're adding is Villains Land. Which, this is something I'm really excited about. Because, I really like a lot of the old school Disney villains. Not the newer ones, though, where, they just do, twist villains and, they have no personality. But, the ones like Ursula, Jafar, Scar, a lot of those cool villains. Apparently, they're getting on their own land. And, I think that's a really cool idea. Now, I know some people might disagree with that because, kids get scared easily. That's what people have been saying a little bit. That the Villains Land might not be the best idea, but I think it's a really cool idea because I feel like with the atmosphere, you could really make a good atmosphere with Villains Land. I feel like it would really work because Disney has always been good up until recently about having an immersive experience. You really know that you're in a Disney park. They really do well with the theming. That could be really good opportunity to go all out with the theming. I feel like it could be really cool. But so far, it does not have an opening date, which I feel like it might be later in the decade, probably. I feel like Cars Land will definitely probably open before Villains Land. So yeah, I think Villains Land is a way cooler addition than Cars Land. I feel like if, Villains Land was the only thing that was replacing Tom Sawyer's Island, I feel like a lot of people would be less mad about it. I don't know, I just feel like Villains Land is a really cool opportunity, but Cars Land kind of sucks, so. And the next park I want to talk about is Animal Kingdom. So, Animal Kingdom, I went to it in 2019. I think it's a very underrated Disney park. I mean, some people talk about how good it is, but not nearly as much as they should. And they are adding a few new things. And the thing that they're adding that I feel like is something that I'm also kind of split on a little bit is they're adding a section called Tropical Americas. And this is going to be replacing Dino Land, which I'm split on this because with the section of Dino-Rama, I've always hated that area. I remember when I first went to Disney, I rode the Primeval Whirl, and it was one of the worst rides I've ever been on in general, not even at a Disney park. And And when they remove that, like, there's basically no coaster in that area. Like, I just don't know how they thought that was a good idea to ever do, like, a carnival type of style area. But yeah, so they're removing it in 2027. And what I'm a little sad about, though, is that they're replacing Dinosaur. And I really like Dinosaur. It's a really cool attraction. But apparently, they are replacing it with Indiana Jones, which that is going to be really cool in my opinion. Because I love the Indiana Jones series. Like, and I've always wanted to ride the one down in California. Like, I just think it looks really cool. And I feel like now that technology has even advanced since they made the last Indiana Jones ride, I'm optimistic for it. Because I want to forget about the horrible Dial of Destiny that Disney released with the Indiana Jones name.
You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
I feel like they could do a lot of potential with that ride. And they are also making an Encanto ride, which I've not seen Encanto yet. I think I actually might have gotten it from all the Redbox movies that I got for free, and I did a video about that a few weeks ago. But like, I might go see it eventually, or maybe buy a DVD or something, because I heard it's actually one of the better Disney animated releases that they've had in the last 5 years or so. But I feel like they could really do something good with Indiana Jones, so. And the next park I wanted to talk about is Hollywood Studios. So, Hollywood Studios, I have always kind of coined it as the park that Disney just puts whatever they want in. Because they kind of used to have a theme with like the working movie studio, but nowadays, they just put whatever they want. And like, it really does not have a focus. So the thing that they're adding at Hollywood Studios that really caught my attention is Monsters Inc. Land. I really love the original Monsters Inc., but they are making a whole land based off Monsters Inc. When I first saw the announcement, I was like, is this really gonna be worth a full area of the park that they're doing in Monsters Inc. Land? I mean, I would like it. Probably, but like, it just seems like it would be kind of weird to do a whole land. I know that they do have like an attraction of Monsters Inc. in California Adventure, which I have into that one, and that's really cool. And I believe they are making a coaster with like the moving doors and stuff like that, which I think will be really awesome. I seriously think that, I don't know if it would really be worth a full land, but people have been talking about the fact that I might replace Muppets 3D. I saw it when I was like 9 years old, and I really liked it, but I just don't want to tarnish that viewpoint or that nostalgia or the memories, because like, I heard that is really starting to age bad. Like, a lot of people saying that it's been thinking about getting replaced for a while. I don't think it will be replaced by Monsters Inc. Land, in my opinion, because the Muppets 3D area is such in a small kind of footprint that it would be impossible to fit a full Monsters Inc. land there. But like, Muppet Vision 3D, I'm really surprised that still was there. And I thought they closed it a long time ago. I really think that Muppets 3D will be removed in the next 5 years, but this won't be what will replace it in my opinion. But the Monsters Inc. land, I feel like, will be decent, I think, because I'm not gonna go back to Disney parks for a while probably, because it's so expensive. But yeah, so they are starting construction in next year. And yeah. And then the next park I want to talk about is Epcot. And the only one that I really wanted to talk about with Epcot is they are remodeling Test Track a third time. And like, I feel like this is kind of repetitive at this point, because I've never been on Test Track, which it was kind of weird because some people say it's one of the best rides there. But mainly people talk about Test Track being good with the original version. Some people say like the newer version being replaced with the original was not that great. So I feel like maybe the fact that that's starting to get a little dated as well, but it's only been like 15 years. But like, it just seems like Disney is probably gonna remodel the entirety of it again. That's kind of weird because like, there was this whole plan I remember for Epcot that they were gonna do like the whole play area or the play pavilion and stuff like that. I don't know if they're doing that anymore. And I think the pandemic really halted a lot of those plans. And that kind of sucks because I went to Epcot back in 2019. I thought it was very dated. It wasn't a bad park. I liked some of the rides like the Three Calabaros and stuff like that. But I hate the Figment ride. I'm really surprised that the Figment ride is not gone because like, things that could be replaced are not good anymore. They just kind of ignore. Sometimes Disney does. So I feel like maybe a third Test Track It's not like a horrible idea, it just seems like it's getting a bit redundant at this point, that they're remodeling the same attraction, a third major remodel. So, I don't know, that's just my opinion, but... And then the last park I want to talk about is Disneyland. So, I have not been to Disneyland in a long time, over 15 years, and I do want to go back eventually, but the main one I kind of want to talk about is the Tiana's Bayou Adventure that's opening later this year at Disneyland. I have mentioned and complained and whined about so many times about Disney replacing Splash Mountain. The Tiana's Bayou Adventure debut at Magic Kingdom was such a flop. They posted the point of view video on YouTube and it got a ton of dislikes. And like, I just feel like they really did not market it well. And it keeps on breaking down. Like, there's been so many times I've heard from people that it's not even open. Especially when, like, I believe it's, like, part of the Genie Plus service, but, like, you have to pay extra to ride it for skipping the line. Hopefully they can fix their mistakes a little bit with Disneyland's version. I don't think they will. I think they're just gonna screw it up again. But I hope they maybe change it a little bit because the Tiana Bayou Adventure at Magic Kingdom is a disaster. So, I don't know what they're gonna do with Disneyland because I know that they're hating themselves and kicking themselves because like the fact that they've been getting so much hate from it. But yeah, so I feel like please at least make it a little bit more decent at Disneyland Disney. Just please make it, just have a little bit of tension in there. Because with the version at Magic Kingdom, there's no tension, no enemies at all. It's just like, it's stupid. But I don't want to go on a full rant. But yeah, so Tiana's Bayou Adventure is opening on November 15th of 2024. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that I haven't really been posting a lot because I've been really busy with college, but I'm going to be trying to posting more. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Wow.